The keys to being successful are mitigating your negative thoughts and not being fancy. As kids, we're impregnated with negativity and negative thoughts, fears, anxiety, depression, comparisons with other people. And what we have to do is arm ourselves with the necessary toolbox to realize that a lot of those thoughts and anxieties are actually not true. You can invalidate those negative thoughts in your mind and then use positive imaging in order to elicit feelings and change your behaviors. And when I say things like don't be fancy, the reality is that if you are not fat, if you're not in debt, if you're not a drug addict, if you have relatively good eating habits, you are already better than like 85 to 90% of the people. Shit, if you live in the United States, Canada, the UK, Europe, Australia, you are already automatically better off than like 95% of the people. So if you live in the United States and you're not in debt, you're not fat, you don't have diabetes, you're not addicted to drugs, you have relatively good mental health and physical health, and you have good eating habits, you're already in like the 98th percentile. You are so blessed. And the reason why I say don't be fancy is that when you compare yourself against other people and you buy expensive clothes and you buy nice cars and nice houses, you actually have to maintain those things. And it actually increases your ego because you become attached to those items. You feel like those items define you. When the reality is that in order to be successful, you have to suppress your ego. You have to put in the work that other people are unwilling to do. You have to be willing to do jobs at 2 a.m. in the morning, or do monotonous jobs over and over, or talk to people and have conversations that you don't want to have, or go through emails with people who missed very specific instructions that you gave them, yet show them kindness and go over it again and reiterate and re-explain exactly what you want from them. But if you have a big ego, you're going to think that you're too good for that job, and you're not going to put in the time, you're not going to put in the effort that you need in order to build up that substantial business and to build your legacy. So that's why I'm saying that if you really want to be successful, you have to make sure that you have good habits, and you have to make sure that you're not fancy. Now, actually, one of my best friends and someone who I really have a lot of love for is he has a personal brand. So he does spend a lot of money on cars, he spends a lot of money on clothes, but that person is actually, that's an investment for him because he's building up a brand. People know him for those type of things, and he doesn't, and yes, he does derive enjoyment from it, but he's actually making money from it because the lifestyle that he's portraying is something that gets him press interviews, and it gets him endorsement deals, and it gets him speaking engagements that he's able to monetize. But for all the other people who are spending money just to impress other people and to keep up with the Joneses and to give off a sense of success, when in reality they feel devoid of that success and they feel devoid of that worthiness internally, then you really need to look inside yourself and recognize that you can mitigate those negative thoughts and free yourself from attachment. Because remember, your mind has to serve you. The place that you live has to serve you and make you healthier. Your possessions that you have has to serve you. The clothing that you have has to serve you. If someone ripped this shirt off me, I wouldn't care. But if I was wearing an $800 shirt and then that shirt tore, then it would negatively affect me. And I think that that's pretty normal. So remember that in order to be successful, in order to be happy, you cannot be fancy, you cannot have a big ego, and just recognize that you are blessed right now if you're watching this, because you have the ability to make the necessary changes. This is David Jaffe from beststockstrategy.com. If you want to learn how to trade options and be a successful trader, you can go to beststockstrategy.com and enter in your email. And thank you so much. My goal is to be of service to you, because it's actually selfish. By being of service to you, it makes me feel better about myself, and I thank you for your attention. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. I respond to every single comment, and I thank you again for your attention.